Right, let's see, are we live? I think we might be. One of those days today. That looks good. Let me just tweak this setting down here a bit like so. Okay, that's good. All right, evening all. I hope you all had a jolly Christmas. And there we go, it's a bit better. Yes, bit of a few days off work and all that kind of thing. Let's see who's here. Evening Peter Williamson, evening Rob, evening Peter C, evening to me, evening Peter N. Loads of Peters, that's always a good sign. So yeah, here we are again. So I don't know how many people will be seeing tonight, even Simon. I think probably like last year, people sort of pop in and pop out through the evening. So if you're popping in, say hello. If you're watching afterwards, then leave something in the comments as well. I'll read them afterwards, of course. And yeah, there we go. So I had one of those days today. I was busy editing all the, loads of people sent photographs in. I think, I don't know, a dozen or more people. Where's my little list? You bring this up in the background because I've got trying to juggle loads of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 lots of people sent in photographs, video clips, and all sorts of stuff, which we'll go through and have a look at in a bit. Some really interesting stuff. Restoration projects, new build projects, things we've never seen before. So that's all good. Excuse me. So I was busy editing them this afternoon, and one photograph for some reason didn't want to edit, the file didn't want to save, which I thought that's a bit strange. And it was a good photograph as well. I can't remember which one it was now, but anyway, so I wanted to use it. And so I thought, oh well, I have to turn the computer off, turn it back on again. And then of course you do that, and Windows decides it wants to update something despite me turning all the updates off. So that took 20 minutes. I'll have a cup of tea while it does that. Fired everything back up again. Then Photoshop decided it didn't want to work at all then, because Windows had updated something and Photoshop hadn't, and da, 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 da. Anyway, long and short of it was, about 3 hours later, I finally got it all working again to get back to editing photographs. So, long and short of it all is, everybody who sent stuff in has all been done. I don't think I've missed anything. Stuff was emailed, sent on my phone, and so on and so on. So, I got those done, got the video clips switched down so we can broadcast those out again. But things I didn't get time to do was my stuff, bits and bobs I've bought in the year. So I'll have to do them next week maybe. And also sorting out kind of auction stats, which takes a bit of time to work all that out. But it's quite interesting, so we'll have a look at that maybe on Sunday or something. You know, like what the auctions turn over during the year. The most expensive things where we sold, and kind of average prices and things. It's interesting to look back against previous years. Gives a bit of an idea of how the market's going, I think. So we'll do all that. And we'll perhaps look to do that next Sunday. Also found a really good 1970s TV clip of a machine collection, including some Denison models and some cast iron stuff. Really good bit. But I suspect if I rebroadcast, we might get a copyright issue with it, so I won't do that tonight in case it kills the stream off halfway along, because YouTube are pretty hot on that. There's not a Pathé one which I can use, it's another one. But again, I'll perhaps do that next week. We'll do it at the end of the stream, and then if it cuts off, it doesn't really matter, does it? There we are. Who else has called in? Yeah, Happy New Year indeed. Evening Paul. Evening Gary. Happy New Year. Can't listen in live, I'm at work, but we'll check in occasionally. Excellent. Hope your evening's not too busy. I suspect being a New Year's Eve, it probably will be, won't it? But there we are. One of the hospital's busiest nights, isn't it? New Year's Eve, sadly. Evening Roger and Elaine. Roger went to sleep an hour ago. What's the matter with him? Wake him up, give him a prod. Poke him with a slot machine spare or something. I'm sure he's got a few knocking about. Yeah, so there we are. So lots of stuff to look at, and people have been in touch with various things. So if I've got everything lined up in the right slots, got a cup of tea, got a couple of bottles of cider, got my Christmas jumper on. Look, last day we can wear this, really, isn't it? So there we go. Let's have a look. Right. So, hang on a minute. New auction lots, so we'll just quickly look through those. I'll do that while I give you auction dates as well. So this is stuff in for January's sale. A few bits and bobs in so far. So January's sale, I have put the dates on the website now, will be the 28th of Jan, all being well. The only reason it might have to move is I still haven't got the inquest date sorted out, but hopefully 28th of Jan. Then 31st of March, 26th of May, 28th of July, 29th of September, and 24th of November. So it's the last Sunday of the odd numbered months. Hopefully that makes sense. Intended then to do 3 spares sales. There'll be April, August, and December. So the idea being the 2 machine auctions, then a spares sale. So if you're looking for bits for something, if you're buying a restoration project, hopefully it won't be too long before, with a bit of luck, fingers crossed, some bits turn up to sort that out. I'll probably have a couple of book sales and a couple of one-off sales as well coming in to sort out, and I'll slot those in the diary in due course. So entries for 28th of Jan, they close on the 14th, so it's only 2 weeks away, so bear that in mind. I'm sort of back to the warehouse. I'm not around tomorrow, I've got things to do, but intending to be there Wednesday. Might get there Tuesday afternoon, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I'll be in and out. Back to relative normality. There's a load of parcels to sort out, parcels of spares and things. Didn't get those out before Christmas because stuff just gets lost in the post. And as I was saying to somebody today, the thing is, it's not, you can claim back if your £10 widget gets lost in the post or whatever, but the point is you want that £10 widget, don't you? You want that bit for your machine. If it gets lost, you're screwed again until another one turns up. So best not to risk it. Anyway, so we'll sort all that out, and yeah, crack on with the auction. There's a few nice bits and bobs in already. There's some more stuff coming in. There's some more wall machines coming in. What else? There's a good load of fairground bits to come in. Whether it will come in for January or not, I don't know, because it depends on space as much as anything. I'm juggling a few things around. But if they're not in for January, they'll be in for the March sale. So bear that in mind. There's a fabulous piece of automata coming in as well. I don't think I've got a picture of that up yet. Of clowns. Quite an early piece. What have I done with a picture of it? I think it's still on my phone, isn't it? Yeah. Acrobats. German Schoenhut circus automata. Early 20th century. Like balancing on chairs and things. 2 of them. Clockwork. Great piece. So we'll get that in. We'll get it videoed, obviously. And, I think you'll like that. Right, I think that's enough of that lot, isn't it? So, oh look, I've gone all fuzzy on the corner. That's weird, isn't it? Let's have a look what some people have sent me. Let me jiggle my screens around here. Here we go. Got some notes for some things as well, so I need to click that up like that, and I can see my notes that people have sent along with pictures and things. Right, so Nigel George sent, has been in touch before, so we're hoping, well, he's hoping he knows a Maureen Conroy, who was a Baron of Yarmouth. So she was the key lady in the arcade in the 50s, and trying to persuade her to do a sit down and have an interview with her. Just think of the Barons was one of the very first arcades in the country in Great Yarmouth. And, to get somebody who was there from what now, 60 years ago, the stories she could probably tell and the insights would be fantastic. So we're working on that, trying to see if we can get an interview. There's 2 or 3 people I'd like to get sat down in front of the camera this year to interview, different people connected with the machines, arcades, fairgrounds, etc. And some great stories out there. So we're working on that one. So let us know if you think that'd be good. And if a few people like the idea, hopefully we can persuade Maureen to sit down with a cup of tea and a camera one afternoon and get a few interesting tales of what Yarmouth was like in the 50s, what the arcade was like, what the seaside was like back then. And perhaps we can get some photographs of the arcade from that era as well. And I think it'd be pretty good. Yeah, so working on that one. We'll see what we can do. This article, you probably can't read it there, but it was out of the World's Fairs one. Nick Costa did in, I'm just trying to see the date on my screen here, 81 I think it is, September the 12th, 81 it looks like. I've got a copy of it somewhere. It was in also that batch we sold in the auction, a big set of those articles in the book auction. So if you've got it, dig it out, read it, it's very interesting. And it's one of those things again, yeah, a bit dodgy copyright, so on and so on, to copy the whole thing, but there's some interesting bits of information in it. But obviously, as I say, if we can get Maureen sat down for an interview and just, tell us all those memories of times gone by, be great, I think. So there we are, that's that one. What else have we got? Here we go. Right then. So Ollie Holston, he sent us a load of stuff. Let me find the little notes here. Oops, here we go. He said, I took some photos earlier in the year on our visit to Southend-on-Sea. We went to the end of the pier, and on our return to the visitor centre, at the shore end, I noticed an advert for the downstairs pier museum with a mention of vintage arcade machines. Unfortunately, the museum was closed on the day of our visit, but I had a chat with the steward and he was nice enough to allow me down to have a quick look and chat with some of the volunteers who were doing some maintenance. I was pleasantly surprised to see a small collection of wall machines and a mutoscope see photos. So here we go. I don't think he's coming out in any particular order, weirdly. I don't know why it does that. That's a strange thing the computer does. It puts the photos in weird order sometimes. Anyway, what have we got here? Tower Bridge. Another shot of the pier there. Haven't been to Southend Pier for 15 years, probably. Anybody else has been down in more recent times? A bit of a weird looking building, that thing, isn't it? A bit of crazy golf. Oh yeah, so it's the end looking back, was it 1.3 miles long? It's a long pier, longest in the world. Here we go, there's a few more of the arcade, extra win. And 11s is. Another shot, let's get a bigger shot up. What have we got here? Clock, Carousel, Parker's Carousel, Hortons all win. And then the Tower Bridge. Nice, I've got some little info pieces there as well about the machines and the makers and whatnot. And then, which picture is that? Is that this one? Yep. What have we got there? Rainbow, pin table, a golden bell, Mutoscope, clearly not plugged in, out of order. A bit there about the carousel. About them being built above the Black Cat arcade in real. So I'm sure most of you know. So there you go. If you're in Southend, I'm not sure what the opening times of the little arcade are, but yeah, sort of at the front of the pier, kind of downstairs, basically. Right, now this is a very interesting project of Ollie's. He is building from scratch a Brian's Gapwin. That's a pretty ambitious project, isn't it? I mean, building an ordinary all-win is a project enough. To build a Gapwin, one of the pretty complicated things, and the balance on those things on the seesaw arms is so precise. As if you've had a Gapwin and tried to get it work properly, you know what I mean. So it says here, let me just put the play button on and it should roll through the photographs then. Please find enclosed some photos of my scratch-built Brian's Gapwin project. The brass parts are currently at the plate is being chromed, so I haven't got a photo of the finished article just yet. Other than the ball maze, all the internal parts have been handmade by myself to replicate an original, and luckily I had an original to measure from and make patterns for the external brass playfield parts. Fortunately, my dad is an engineer, so I got him to turn the payout knob, thumb stops. We made the trigger handle out of cast brass and steel shaft. The track and the ball tilts are stainless steel. So just the cabinet to varnish, mechanism to paint, fitting of the backflash, and all will be ready excuse me, for the final assembly. I've got my eyes on making a Brian's U-win for my next scratch built project, and possibly a Brian's 3-ball forks if I get time. So that's pretty ambitious, isn't it? I mean, isn't that impressive? So it'd be good to see that when it's fully finished, with the backflash in and all painted up. But what a thing to make! You can see from the quality of the mechanism bits, they're all, you know, exact copies of the original Brian's bits. I mean, if you're going to make something, then why not make one of the most complicated things, I guess. But oh, we're back to the pier again. I'll just let the pictures run through again. So yeah, that was rather impressive. If anybody else is building machines from scratch, Paul, of course, Paul Mitchell, building the electromechanical stuff. But what other Brian's machines? And what's his name? Built a bumper, didn't he? Dear me, names today. I'm trying to think of names in Birmingham. Sold it on eBay, the Brian's bumper. That was pretty impressive. I saw that when he'd finished it. Peter says some serious work there. Well done, only yeah, isn't it just? Oh, the pictures will come around again in a minute. I should have put these in 2 batches on the slideshow. I'll be around again in just a minute. That's the last of those, isn't it? But yeah. Oh, no, mutoscope. Oh, was that it? These are the Southend Museum. If anyone tuned in late, then say hello. Stick it in the comments down below, so we can all wish you a jolly new year. Here we are then. Yeah, back to the Gapwin bit. So yeah, stainless steel tracks, cast brass pieces on all them mechanism bits. So I'm guessing it's all going to get painted up. I don't think Ollie's on at the minute, is he? In that kind of metallic-y blue. Pete says, hard enough getting one to work, let alone scratch build on. Yeah, it is. The Gapwins are notoriously tricky to set up. Let's get those little counterweight bits on the seesaw levers just right. Of course, Brian's always used that slightly smaller ball, which is that bit lighter. So the bouncers had to be really precise to get them to tip and trip things. But yeah, super impressive. Bring it down to the open day, Paul says. That's a good idea. I've got a love heart thing appeared on my thing again. What happens if I click a love heart? I don't know what happens. The love hearts appear the other end. I don't know why that appears. It's a bit annoying. Anyway, there we are. So well done. If anybody else is building anything, send us in some pictures and we'll have a look at them on another stream another night. There you go. Paul says you keep getting that as well. The love heart thing, yeah, I don't know where that. It doesn't always seem to be there. It's appeared again tonight. I don't know how to get rid of it. There's a little one of those things. Some streamers ribbon. That's a bit New Year's Eve, isn't it? Must be a setting somewhere. What if I? No, it doesn't do it. Right click on it. No, I don't want to click too many things. So I'll probably cut the stream off. Yes, at Seaside, I pulled up again a couple of little vintage films we looked at across the year, and there's a brilliant little Seaside one of was it Margate? I think, wasn't it? Let me bring the right folder up here in the background so I can see what I'm looking at. Here we go. Which just was a brilliant fun thing, and a serious lack of health and safety at the Seaside. Marvellous. Just what we like. Where's it gone now? Yeah, 1954. He said, change the springs on mine. Took a full afternoon to get it working properly on your Gapwin, yeah. I've had them in for the auction. People say, oh yeah, it works perfectly. It comes in, and then it just won't work. Just because something's jiggled very slightly, you know, coming 100 miles along the road or whatever. And then they don't work, so they're, yeah. It's an ambitious project. Let me find my headphones. I've listened to the commentary of this little film. We'll have a slight film interlude of 1954 at Margate. I think it's one of my favourite little film clips I found in the year. Is the sound working? I think it is.
From the Death of Glory boys and the cadets to the Never Say Die boys and the Coaster Car Derby at Margate, having a last-minute check-up in the pits. Intent on a polished performance and on steering clear of trouble, the 27 contestants have all the assurance of big-time racing drivers. Homemade by the boys themselves at a cost of no more than £2.10, the cars will run downhill, so motors or pedals are not allowed. Age limits are 9 and 18, entrance fees £half, and crash helmets, even saucepan type, are optional. A helpful push to the starting line, a wave from the flags, and they're off. The course from Fort Hill down to the lower promenade of the Winter Gardens is 150 yards long. Time to pick up speeds of around 30 miles an hour. After each heat, the cars go back to the pits for deft repairs by the mechanics. Organised in aid of local charities by Margate Round Table, the soapbox competition is run on leave nothing to chance lines, which would earn credit even at Goodwood. Watched by an amused crowd, Mobilius, driven by Peter Watkins, loses a tyre and completes the course on 3 wheels, a rim and a prayer. After a stop to disentangle their wheels, these two have to nudge their cars over the line. It all counts. Altogether, it adds up to 5 hours of thrills for contestants and spectators alike, with cups and prizes for those first past the winning post. Future Sterling Mosses and Mike Hawthorns, perhaps, these sawn-off speedsters show that Britain's youth is still on the right track.
Shame they're not on the right track anymore, isn't it? There you go. Isn't that a great little film? Right, let me take this off. Let's have a look. What should we look at next? Let me put them over there. Let's fire up. I've got a big batch of stuff here from Paul Mitchell now. I think Paul's on, isn't it? Yes, he is. Excellent. So we can give us some info as we go along. Bear with me. Let me crap my right batch of pictures up here in the background. Okay, there we go. So, Paul's been a busy bunny, acquiring some pretty rare stuff. So this is a the goalie slash flip it on early pusher thingamajiggle. Let me find it on the website here. Let's have a look. What year is it? Coin machines, pushers, floor standing pushers, flip it on. There we go. 1968. A little bit close up of it there. Now we had the little footballer. We've sold 2 or 3 of them over the years, which went on this machine originally. Which when they first showed up, we assumed they were a fairground thing. I think I've probably still got them listed on the fairground games somewhere. Fairground stalls and games. Yeah, these little things. These little footbally men went on that machine originally, and for whatever reason they took them off, and they ended up on fairground round stalls with the usual kind of roll down tables and fire the pennies in. So maybe they were just too slow. The theory is perhaps on the machines to take money quick enough, because you've got somebody who didn't know the machine, you've got to figure it out, got to drop the coin in, pull a football boot back, fire it in, then fiddle about putting another penny in, and so on and so on and so on. So they seem to have took them off the machines to make it quicker to go. Let me just go back to here again. There we go. So this was down in Watermouth Castle. I think it's probably the only one there is. I think it's the only one that we know of. Well, Paul will tell us if there's any more anywhere, but I think it's the only one. So yeah, so we sold Paul that football in the last auction, and there's a few more. We've sold a few over the years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I sold 5 or 6 of them over the years. I think one of them I might have sold twice. So there is a few around. So if you've got one, we know anybody who's got one, I'm sure Paul would very much like to buy it to try and put them all back on the machine again. But there we are. It's a big old thing. And there, I think this is the only image we've got, which is in a video clip of the top flash for it. So I don't know, Paul, are you going to try and make the top for it? Look quite impressive, doesn't it? Get Jim on the job, make a top flash. Peter says he's just found another one of these machines, all very similar. I seem to remember seeing something similar years ago. I can't remember where it was. So maybe that was the same one. But yeah, so that's good. Another bit back into preservation, as it were. So hopefully when Paul has his open day again, this this year, this coming year, we'll better see that. With at least one footballer stuck on it. Hopefully a few more. So there's that one. Let me just, I've got so many things open on my screen tonight to try and, there we go. And then next up another one, a Moonraker. Crompton's Moonraker Pusher. Single play. If I keep going back to the website, it keeps taking the pictures back to square one, which is annoying. So let me just see if we can get a year for this. Crompton's Moonraker is let's have a look. Pushers, floor standing pushers. Moonraker. Oh, I don't know. I've got a year for that. So if you know what year that is, we need to know. Anyway, nice Moonraker. Single player. Came in a 4-player as well. Peter's been trying to track down a streets machine. Yeah, there's not much of this big stuff left anymore, is there? So there's a few bits and bobs about, but not a great deal. I've got so many screens in the background. Let me just jiggle this one there to there. That's better. And then the if you've ever been to Watermouth Castle, you will have seen that, but in one piece. So this is the Rollite Moonraker. Huge thing. As far as we know, the only one that survived. And it had to be took out in bits, because I think Watermouth had built the building around it. So we had to be taken to bits to get it out of Watermouth Castle. Tracked from one end of the country to the other. And there's a series of pictures here of it going back together at Paul's again. Quite an impressive thing. And for some reason, yet again, the pictures haven't come together in order. I don't know why it does this, but anyway, whatever. So there it is, back in one piece. Just fitted in, just clears the ceiling apparently. So I assume Paul built the arcade with the intention of getting the Moonraker in one day when he got it, because it goes in by about half an inch, I think. So pretty impressive thing, isn't it? There you go. So another thing I think we'll all look forward to playing, if you've never seen it before. It's one of the playfields. So the coins are built up in the little craters on the lunar surface, it's supposed to be, and then just tip out when they get so many coins in, a bit like a tip 'em off type wall machine, same kind of principle really. So when the craters fill up, they tip out. Why, I don't know why these photographs are coming out in such a weird order again. So there's a cake here. Where have I done my notes? I think Paul's notes are still on my phone, or maybe you'll fill us in. Paul, notes. Let's have a look. Cake. So I went and embarrassed Paul by how many years ago this was. But he says, this is a picture of my 60th birthday cake, made by Tracy, of Clacton Pier, with Blackpool Tower and the Moonraker machine on it. There you go, isn't it? It's quite a cake, isn't it? And there's a Moonraker in cake form. So it was always meant to be, you see. Oh yeah, there's some bits of the Moonraker. So it had these two Moomins in it, some strange reason, down at Watermouth. And I think one stayed with Paul and one's gone off to Peter at Yarmouth. So I'm assuming that'll be appearing in one of the arcades in the new year. Rather nice, isn't it? I quite like those. I'd have bought those. Quite like a Moomin. Paul says 7 years ago his birthday cake. Oh, well, there we are then. He's embarrassing himself. I wasn't going to. So Moomin on its way up to Yarmouth. I don't know what it's doing. She's got a wooden spoon. Must be cooking something. As you do if you're a Moomin, I guess. And more bits of Moonraker. Huge thing, all fiberglass. Yeah, so I did put all these pictures in order, and for some strange reason, when I do a video, they order changes, which is really annoying. Never mind. So here it is going together. Again, I see all made out of fiberglass. With the old lunar surface on. The crater things. And some of the top going together. I think Paul redid all the lights in as well, because the wiring is in a right muddle, he was telling me. Just like rewired all the lights and things, got it all working properly. With a big kind of rockety top with this sort of stained glass effect in it. Oh, maybe on that one for a minute. Peter C says, remember the Moonraker from Scarborough? Moomins go well with it. I suppose they do, really, don't they? Need another arcade now, Paul. I thought that's what you had. Yeah, it's a big old lump. So we rather like that. That's quite impressive. So looking forward to seeing it again. I haven't seen it since I was down at Watermouth. A long time ago, really. The past couple of times I've been down there, I hadn't been around to the arcade bit, really. So yeah, there we go. Nice picture here. Where's the words for that? Hang on a minute, I'll scroll down my camera again, because I don't write these notes up. Because this afternoon went a bit pear-shaped, as I say. So Paul says this is a picture of him and his sister taken in about 1961 or 2 on the beach at Clacton, with the pier in the background. Of course, we had the roller coaster on the end there that was lost in the storm. There you go. Good picture. '61 too, apparently. Was that before he started terrorising all the arcades along the East Coast? Possibly. What else do we see? Oh, there we are. Back to square one again. Should we just roll through these pictures? Are they going to roll through? I think they are. Then we'll have a look at something else. I want they're scrolling through. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so a couple of great big lumps there. And let me just crack a bottle of something. Bottle of spiced blackberry cider. Why not? Sounds suitably New Year'sy, doesn't it? So some other big machines for Watermouth came in the same batch, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Which Pete Williamson bought and is in the process of, or has restored. We've got some good pictures of those in a bit. And then we're going in the arcades for the coming year. So So all this stuff will be kind of playable again, which is good. Well, that's rather nice. Serve warm or cold, it says. Very good. So yeah, if you know of any more of these anywhere, because I don't, Moonrakers or the big flip it in goalie machine thing, then we'd all love to know. But I don't think there are. The Moonraker, I remember there being one not that many years ago in Hunstanton at the arcade down by the, not one of the main ones, but by down on the campsite. It was an arcade sort of just on its own, a big caravan site, and there was one in there. Well, I say not that many years ago, I suppose it's 30 years ago. But it was at a time when I was operating, or just starting to operate, so I remember seeing it and thinking, that's a good machine, I could buy that, but they didn't want to sell it. But I don't know where it went. Obviously, it's just no longer there anymore. Just got smashed up, I guess. That kind of era when nobody wanted that stuff. So I think this is the only one there is. Yeah. But at least we can all have a go on it in the summer. He says it's great to see them again. Well, yeah, exactly. This is the thing, isn't it? And yeah, after a good few years of hard use and abuse, no doubt, down at Watermouth Castle, at least now it's getting, you know, restored back nicely again and looked after. Rewired, all the lights working again nicely and everything. And back to fine fettle. There we go. Right, what should we have a look at next? Oh yeah, there was the Moonraker thing. The little Moonraker pusher. There's a fly for it there. They come in single version and the 4-player version. Automatic tilt alarm system, exciting design, skill control feature, etc. Apparently add. There you go. Let's have another little film, shall we? We've got one here which was another nice one a lot of people liked in the year. We looked at, I don't know, springtime I think it was. Which is from, let me find the year again. Films, here we are, films over here. The same sort of era as those machines we've just been looking at, really. It is, I think, 1968. Yeah, 1968. The ATEI, the London Trade Slot Machine Show. Paul says, dream come true to get that. Don't give up. Looking, you never know. Well, no, absolutely. See, it was meant to be, wasn't it? Dream come true indeed. So, there we are. Right, another little film. So this is 1968. Good machines in this. At the ATEI in London. Put my things on so we can hear it. Okay.
Keep Pop happy. At the Royal Lancaster Hotel, there was an exhibition of amusement equipment. In most cases, the penny in the slot has been replaced by a sixpenny piece. But look what you get for your money, if you like that sort of thing. A machine game called Periscope. A nice, harmless way of getting your own back on the Navy, perhaps. Another glittering piece of fun equipment. Maximum stake, a penny a dog, and only the electrical innards know the form. Seems to be a very innocent way of going to the dogs.
Oh, there we are, just a short, sharp clip. We watch it again. Why not? Where's it gone? Here we go.
That'll keep Pop happy. At the Royal Lancaster Hotel, there was an exhibition of amusement equipment. In most cases, the penny in the slot has been replaced by a sixpenny piece. But look what you get for your money, if you like that sort of thing. A machine game called Periscope. A nice, harmless way of getting your own back on the Navy, perhaps. Another glittering piece of fun equipment. Maximum stake, a penny a dog, and only the electrical innards know the form. Seems to be a very innocent way of going to the dogs.
It's one of those clips that's so
That'll keep Pop.
frustrating in a way, because a lot of this stuff, let's see if we can find some, we can freeze frame it. That's a good shot there. In the back there, you've got a copper mine, Brinker copper mine, and the matcha fruit, isn't it? Super rare machines. Attack, I don't know if there's an attack, I don't know if there's a sort of space gunner, I don't know if there's any of those surviving. I don't know if I can nudge this along a frame at a time or not. South Seas. Don't know if any of those survive, probably not. But Blackbeard's treasure. Never heard of one of those surviving. Bonnie and Clyde shooter of some sort. Don't know if there's any of those around. What else was there in there? That great big Crompton's, I think, is it Crompton's? I think it is that twirly whirly wizzy roundy thing. Whatever it is, one of them. Don't think there's any of those surviving. But all this stuff, although it's only 1968. I put the wrong date on there. This is supposed to be 68, not 56. Let's try to do things in a rush. Yeah. I could change that, couldn't I? Can I change this live? Let's see. 1968. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Marvellous. I know there's a couple of the Periscope machines around. There's a couple in America at least. I'm not sure if there's any here or not. But fascinating stuff. But it says single player copper mine. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? That copper mine. Click back on there again. Where was the copper mine? It does definitely look like it's against the wall, doesn't it? Obviously the matcha fruit is single player. And the copper mine does appear to be single player against the wall there, doesn't it? There's a copper mine. So the, what is it, two or three original copper mines around, which are double-sided ones. And then the ones that Paul has built are all single players. Interestingly, like the one in the picture. So there you go. Copper mines are us. Right, what should we have a look at next? Let's have a look, see. Barson sent us a picture in here of another one of his models he's working on finishing. Paul says looks like it sticks out more than the matcha fruit, the thing. Yeah, maybe it was a double, I don't know. I should say to check the, because it's a long stream, it can get out of sync slightly now and again with the chat compared to the video. If you check underneath your video somewhere along there, it's about sort of here somewhere, there's a little thing that says live, and it should have a little red dot next to it. If it isn't, if you click live, assume you're watching it live and not like tomorrow, which gets a bit confusing, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. If you are watching it now live, if you click live, it will just bring you up to speed. Sometimes it can lag a bit, and by the time you've gone for an hour or two, you can be 2 or 3 minutes behind. Then the chat kind of gets out of sync with the video itself. So if you just click live, it will bring you back up to live, as it were. There we are. Yes, so this is Pete Barson's, another Pete Barson model that is finishing off. So hopefully we might have that for sale later on in the year. Very mysterious, isn't it? We have to wait and see what this one does. But looking good, looking quite intriguing, we'll say. So there we are. Okay. What are we going to have a look at next? Let's see. We're all the Peters now. We've got a whole lot of lots of different Peters. Right, Peter C. Let's see. Peter Cousins, what has he sent? Now, hang on a moment, because I need to swap things around in the background here again, so I can see what I'm looking at as well. Find some notes. We've got some notes. Here's some notes. Excellent. Right. Yes, I've got some little video clips as well, and some pictures. Peter sent me 3 lots of stuff, and of course I put it all together, and now all the pictures are going to go out of order, aren't they? Because that's what it does. So we'll see how we get on. Let's have a look. What have we got here to start with? Right, bingo. Jameson's bingo machine. I've got a video clip of this playing as well in a minute, that Peter sent, so we'll watch that. That's on a separate thing. So if I click this here, which one do I put it under? This one? Yeah. Is it going to work? I think so. Here's the sound coming out. Yes, it is. Yeah, there you go. So the bingo, sort of flick the balls up and go. Out it plays. So all working rather nicely there. The pace, is it quite high? Is it 10 the maximum pay on those? It's quite a high pay, isn't it? Yeah, any 3 corners pays 10. The diagonal line pays 6. The horizontal line pays 4, and the vertical line pays 2. It's not a timer, so as long as you play at the bottom, you can keep firing the ball around. There you go, timer lights off, and that's it. That's your lot. Quite a fun thing. I don't know if anybody's ever operated these, you know, as in old penny arcades, retro arcades. I think they'd probably do quite well. I never tried it, that sort of stuff, when I was operating. Mainly had, you know, just mechanical stuff, mechanical organs and the like. But I should think it'd probably do quite well. It's one of those kind of addictive games, isn't it? You get, you know, because of the way the scoring works in it, you almost get a line or almost get 3 corners, you get 2 corners, whatever. So you're going to want to have another go at it again. There's 1p play hard to get 3 corners in it. Looks, yeah, I guess it is really. Well, you've got to get 3, 5, 6 or 9. Where are they? 3, 5, 6 or 9. Where does the ball fall most often? I'm guessing at the end, probably. 1s or 2s, I'm imagining. So there's quite a few versions of these type of things, isn't there? There's football versions, and just find it in the background. What was the other one? We've sold it over the years. Bingo, yep, bingo. Cup tie, sort of a football version of it. There's another one, a mini match, again, sort of a football version. Royal Flush. The card version, same sort of thing. Skill Poker, another kind of card version. So there's a few different themes. Yeah. So there we are. That's bingo. What else did we have? Ah, back to my notes because the photos have gone in a funny order. Here's my notes. A Flying Scot pinball I almost bought. Oh, right. Okay, you didn't buy this one then. Why not? Nice looking machine, really. Flying Scot, yeah, with a train on the thing, isn't it? And the doesn't it, on the backflash, I think the train lights down the track, doesn't it? As your score goes up, if I remember rightly. Genko, aren't they? Genko or Genko, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, nice thing, really. You should have bought it. It says the Jameson pays out 2 1p's at a time, all relays and diodes, no cam switches. Oh, right, so the slide is 2 4 6 8 10 payout. Oh. So why didn't you buy the Flying Scot? Looks a pretty decent nick to me. Right, what was next up? Hang on a moment, let me click on the click over here. What do we got next? Lucky Bells. Ah, now. Lucky Bells. So Pete says it's not my machine, but who made it? A bit of a debate as to it being Jameson's or Cam Automatics, CAM, Cam Automatics. Apparently we've got it listed on Colcon as Jameson's. There's no info on the actual machine, but maybe someone knows for sure. It kind of looks kind of Jameson-ish, doesn't it? But then a lot of that stuff does. But I don't know. What is there to go on? Not a lot as usual. Yeah. A lot of these I probably guess. There's a lot similar, isn't there? So just looking at that case, if we go over onto now hang on a minute, I want to just change a setting on here, or it's going to mess it up. See if I can do this. I want to do that. Okay, all right, let me go back to here again. Let's see if this will do this. Hopefully it will stop there. Right, so if we go over to the old Colcon website, there's a few of these machines, Jameson's, in very similar cases, with that same kind of strange shaped coin entry and that distinctive press stop button thing as well. Double up, press stop. And that. So there's quite a few series of these. I've got them all listed as Jameson. I don't know if they are. That one's got a badge on that I can't read, so that's really annoying. What about that one? No. No. Double up. There's a few different versions of double up. Pete says it's got a weird rotary relay in it. Haven't seen one in the Jamesons. Oh, right, okay. So double up is kind of the same. Double up with legal light. What's that? It's just different version of legal light. Legal light. What is that? No idea. It's a different version of it anyway. Okay. What else have we got? The same. Greyhound Stadium. Again, same kind of rounded case. Different coin slot, but it's got that same press stop button thing. Seemed a bit of a state, that machine, wasn't it? I think the Greyhound Stadium glass is the same as the known, is this one, isn't it, pretty much? or very similar. Ooh, that's a bit rough. That's a good one. That's rough as well. They're all rough, the ones we've sold. Oh well. Okay. See, that's one of these detective jobs. I don't think, well, if that glass is the same as that, then that case must be a Jameson's, and then that thing is the same as that case, and so on and so on. Lucky Bells, yes, that's the one I've got listed. What else have we got? Place the ace. Points pool. That was a bit ropey, wasn't it? Points pool. So, I assume they're all made by the same people. Excuse me. Any more of those rounded ones? No. So I don't know. If anybody knows. Have we got a cam automatics? No. So you know who cam automatics are or what they made. If anybody knows for sure, let us know. Right, let's see, what else? What else did you send in? I've lost my place. Here we go. There's the Lucky Bells. And this is the inside of it, isn't it? So it says, does anyone else agree that there's a contact missing on the heavy duty rotary relay? Which is that thing there. Oh, I see, the centre thing spins round and makes the contacts, makes it break the contacts. The contact circle in green seems to be missing, but has a wire soldered to it. Right. Compared to the contact in the red circle. Yep, I see what you mean. Which is unused. Oh, right, yeah, so, right. So in the green, there's a contactor missing, but it is soldered up. Machine doesn't pay out, maybe it never has. Well, I guess that's probably why, if that bit's missing. If anybody knows, we need to know. There you go. What else have we got? Okay, this is Getaway Pinball under restoration. Excellent. Good machine, played one of those. I think I had one of those at the pier for a while, operating. Remember rightly, I'm sure we had one of those for a bit. What was it? Williams, isn't it? Williams Getaway. Pinballs did quite well, really. A bit of a pain to keep running when you're operating them, but they do take money. What's this? A bit of festive visitors to the old games room there, to Peter's games room. Very good. And this has got here 3 different variants of the Ace Monte Carlo. Okay, so this one is, put a bigger picture up so I can read it properly. This one is Monte Carlo. Sold 1 or 2 of these over the years. Nice backflashes with the racing cars on. Are these going to come out in order? Probably not. Oh, here's another one. So this one is, what's this one then? Hang on. Oh, so this is Super Monte Carlo. Okay, yep. So I presume it had a bigger jackpot or something, probably. Tens seem to be its highest payout. What was the other one? What was this one? Payouts. Tens as well. Okay. So why is that one super, we wonder? Don't know. Looks like the super one pays 2 for a single ace club. Maybe that's the super bit about it. Okay. Super Monte Carlo. And then there's another version, which is this one, which is Veteran Monte Carlo. which is quite quaint. 10, yeah, 10 payout again. A nice plaster, isn't it? So three versions of the Monte Carlo. The Super has a multi-coin slot. Also seems to have that odd thing of a single ace on the centre reel, paying 2, which I don't think the no, the ordinary Monte Carlo didn't. There you go. So 3 versions of that. Anybody got all 3? What else do we have? Toto. Ah, then we've got a video of this as well. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reel machine. I think it's the only 10 reel machine that's ever been made. Now then, well done with the video of it. Bear with me. Somewhere here we got a video of it running. What did he say about this one? Yeah, Toto video. There we go. Let's click on here. There we go. So if your spinning wheel matches the top, lights are lights. I don't know how many you have to get to win. Is it how many you match wins, I presume? I'm not sure. Peter will tell us. We match there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I used to play them a lot on the Walton Pier in the 60s. Quite a good thing. I think we only ever sold a couple of them. Quite a rare thing, isn't it? Oh, in fact, I think I've only sold one, that one. What did I put on my description? When I sold it, we put row of 10 reels that spin and stop, with the aim being to match as many as possible with the rows shown above. The 4th reel can be restarted during the game. Oh yeah, we'll press the button. Matching more than 7 numbers pays out. It was sort of working-ish. Now it seems to be working properly, which is good. Again, I should think I probably took good money today. You can see it being a... because you're always going to get a... what's it like? Almost always going to get, you know, a few matches, a few light up. That addictive thing again, isn't it? To think, oh, you know, if I only just got one more match, I would have won. Yeah. I'm letting this video play. I'm not sure if he's got a big win. I haven't had time to watch the video through yet. It's better than a minute or so. So you can restart reel 4, but only has 1, 2 on it, and the rest are 1s. Oh right, that's a bit of a sneak, isn't it? So reel 4, you've got to try and match a 1. 2, 3, 4. What are you trying to get there? You're trying to match a 1 anyway. So what did the other button do? Reel 7. restarted there. Good stuff. Good to see it working properly. Okie dokie. Right, what else have we got? Let's look. It's just on that video, isn't it? There we go. Let's go back to here. What else did Peter send us in? So it was Toto. Bingo. Oh, we looked at bingo, didn't we? Is that it? I think we're back to the start again. Let me just check because they're kind of in a funny order. I don't know why. Yeah, did that one. The Lucky Bells, which you think is probably Jameson, but I'm not entirely sure. Pinball, yeah. Games room looking very festive. Marvellous. The Monte Carlos. 3 versions. So there we are, back to the start. Okie dokie. Videos. Right. Who's next? Let's have a look. He says reel 4 nearly always matches, so you always get something. Very rare to get more than 8. Yeah, so it's clever design, isn't it? Kind of, it's an addictive thing, isn't it? Like all good gambling machines designed so you almost win. And if they can get that designed into the gameplay, then they're the ones that take the money, aren't they? Because you're so close but not quite. So you have another go, and have another go, and have another go. Right, hang on then. Let me go back over here. Click that. Press that. Got some notes. Peter Natras, what's he sent us? Let's have a look. It says a holiday picture of Cyclone in Coney Island, America, New York, America. So this is Cyclone, very famous roller coaster. Not been on it. Anybody else been on Cyclone? Proper good rattly, think you might die type roller coaster. Excellent. Cyclone. Restoration project, Jennings Peacock. Jennings Peacock, before and after. So it's obviously before. Looking a bit boring. It's a very fetching red perspex. Somebody's shoved in the jackpot windows for some strange reason. And then after. All nicely painted up. Very pretty machine, the Peacocks, aren't they? Did we have one in the last auction, or the auction before? I think we had one recently. Yeah. So there you go, a little restoration project. Another one done, it's always good to see. And what else we got? It says, this is his interpretation of a Christmas tree. Excellent. Why decorate a Christmas tree when you can decorate your Jet Set machine? Is that one of those, is that a projection one? I think it is, isn't it? Can't quite see on here. Need a bigger picture. Jet Set. Now, who made that? Got a Brenco cup on it. Is it a Brenco machine? Not sure. Jet Set. Let me have a look. We've got that listed on the website. Anybody know who made this one? Let's have a look. I haven't got this under Brenco. But it definitely looks like one of their payout cups, doesn't it? Pete, I don't know, Peter's on, is he? It's probably down the pub or something. If not, hopefully it will leave a comment to let us know if he's watching it afterwards. He's not on live. If anybody else knows, I think it's one of those, I can't think what you call them, the projection light things, machines. Oh, there we are. Made by Games Inc. Oh, there we go. Games. So is it one of those projection things? The name that's escaped me. Games Inc. Nope, I haven't got it listed. Excellent. There's another one to add to the website then. Pantoscope, that's it. Pantoscope machine. Dear me, it's my age, you know. Have another swig of cider, that might help. Games, I'll make a note of that because I'll forgotten by the time I get to upload it to the website. Games Inc. Jet Set. Excellent. There's another one to add to the website. We haven't got. It looks quite jolly, doesn't it? Decorated up for Christmas. Oops, there we go. A 6p shilling. Does it say 10 new pence tokens on that as well? Is that right at the crossover of the decimal? Just by the side of the gingerbread man. Looks like this is 10 NP tokens. I can't quite see, the picture's not big enough on my screen. Interesting. Anyway, there you go. Right, what have we got up next? So we have another little film. Also, has not seen that one before. You've got, it's behind this love heart thing again. Why can't I make this love heart thing go out the way? It keeps getting behind the comments. It's a bit annoying. What if I do that? No, I can't do that either. Not seeing that. I've got King Tap. I haven't got King Tap listed either. Is that a Games Inc? Oh, there's one as well. King Tap. Who made King Tap? Was that another Games Inc? Somebody else. I don't actually think I've got a section for the Pantoscope machines. Yeah, there's quite a few of them, isn't there? I have to put a new section on the website. Those quirky machines, they're quite good fun. Yes, there's a Games Inc as well. Excellent, I'll list them both down. Same as King Tap, probably a glass conversion. All right. Could be, couldn't it? Because Concorde, I guess, was pretty topical of the time. Is it one of those sneaky ones where it doesn't actually say Concorde on it because they didn't have like a proper licensing type thing, do you think? They just did an aeroplane that kind of looks like Concorde without actually saying Concorde. There's a Bandit, isn't it? Concorde Bandit. The conversion, wasn't it? Who made those? Because when we had those in for sale, they always done really well. I think it's a 3-reeler. Who did those? A conversion, was it Greaves? One of those people? Just try to see quickly if I can find it. can't think. Aliens, no. Somebody did them, like a bally with a Concorde on. Oh no, it's not a bally, it's is it Aristocrat or something? Jubilee or one of those. Of course, I'm trying to find it now and I can't find it. Club chief. Supersonic. 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 Superior. I can't find that either. Oh well. You know what I mean. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have another little film. What one have I got up on next? Racket. Racket, which one was that? Let me get back to my notes. Don't juggle too many things again. Ah, yes. The Racket. Rounding up the gambling racket in Australia, 1939. Oh, this is a depressing film, this one. Lots of lovely machines all getting smashed up. All in the name of... who's texting me? Somebody late minute sent me a picture or something. Hang on a minute. What was it? Something beeped at me. Oh, yes, here. Just reply to that, that's right. Do that like that. Cool. Right. Film. Racket. Here we go. Right, have a look at this. This will make you depressed.
The 5 cigarettes for a 10,000 score racket has got to stop. Anyway, that's what Inspector Keefe of the Sydney Police says. So they grab all the pin tables and all the fruit machines. You know, the kind that mostly fail to stop at 3 plums in a line, but hand out plenty of lemons. In many cases, fake mechanisms give the gamblers just about as much chance as a snowball in a heat wave. So the police put them all under the hammer, and this is where the blacksmith comes in handy. It's about the only time the bank has really been broken. And boy, is he enjoying himself. He must have lost a bob or 3 on this one. I'll take a gamble. Lummy, it's got me going now.
Yeah.
The 5 cigarettes for a 10,000 score racket has got to stop. Anyway, that's what Inspector Keefe of the Sydney Police says. So they grab all the pin tables and all the fruit machines. You know, the kind that mostly fail to stop at 3 plums in a line, but hand out plenty of lemons.
Slugged that one.
In many cases, fake mechanisms give the gamblers just about as much chance as a snowball in a heat wave. So the police put them all under the hammer, and this is where the blacksmith comes in handy. It's about the only time the bank has really been broken. And boy, is he enjoying himself. He must have lost a bob or 3 on this one. I'll take a gamble. Lummy, it's got me going now.
Ouch. Not good, eh? All those bloody machines have been smashed up. Oh, what was I looking at over here? I was trying to find that bandit, wasn't I, with the Concorde on? It's a Riviera one, isn't it? Supersonic. Desicoin, that was the one. We've got a decent picture. Yeah. Yeah, again, it doesn't actually say Concorde, does it? It says Supersonic Jackpot. Three Concords give you the jackpot. Well, they're actually saying so. So obviously another one cashing in on the time, I guess. Right, where did we get to? We were going through Peters, weren't we? Peters and Peters. Which Peter did we get to last? Pete Natcher's last one, wasn't it? Peter Williamson. They sent loads of stuff in. Right, hang on a moment. Let me fire up this in the background. Find Peter's bits. So we can see he's been had a busy year. Okay. Oops. Right. There's probably some notes here as well that I didn't get around to typing up. So let me just find these on my phone. Where will these come from? Here we go. done with it. Here we go. Right. Scrolling down there. So we sent lots of stuff. This is good. Let's see what sort of silly order all these pictures come out in now. That's going to be annoying. Never mind. Right, okay, let me click on here and click on there. So another one up from Watermouth Castle and Myers road test. What a rare thing, this. Let's have a look. When were these made? Hang on a minute, let me just go back to here. Myers. Well, I've not got Myers down. Are they called something else? Let's try skill games, driving games. Oh, Max Myers, Myers Automatics. There you go. Early 30s. 31 possibly, something like that. I've actually got a picture of one on there. Interesting. Anyway, so that's as it arrived from the castle. And let's see if these pictures are going to behave themselves and come out in the right order. There you go, a bit more of a close-up. So there's a few versions of this. There's an Aaron's did one in the 30s. I've got one. I think there's two Aaron's ones. There's one in America and I've got one. Same idea principally. I'm not sure if the Myers one works the same. The Aaron's one, you steer the car moves side to side on a rotating drum with a road on it with brass rails down the side. And if your car hits the brass rails, it makes a contact. And then it clocks up a score. It's a bit like a clock on the top of the machine. I've got a picture of the orange one. Don't think I have to hand. No, there's not a picture on the website. Quite a rare thing. There's one in Carter's book, isn't there? I haven't got Carter's book here either to hand. Typical. There is a picture of the one in Carter's, I know. That one now is in America. It says just the same as the Myers. Yeah, I imagine I just copied it directly from Aaron's. We sold a Rougher and Walker version as well. Interestingly. Back, if I just go back to here, let me just change the setting here so it stays in the right place. Slide, hang on, pause when not visible, that's it. Okay. Right, that should stay on that picture now. So if we go back over to here, so I've not got a picture of the Aaron's one. Myers are virtually the same, but we had this Rougher and Walker one, which again is pretty much the same idea. Again, the little car goes side to side, brass kind of roads, and if it touches the sides, it makes contact. So you've got a dial there on the to the side of the steering wheel. The orange one, it's on the top. Yeah. The dial on this one is, where is it? To the side again. Yeah, so it's all been stripped down. In a bit of a sorry state, isn't it? That picture. Let me pull that one up. I like the feet on it, they're rather nice. Bit deco-y. And a bit more progress. And then all painted up in a nice kind of British racing green, very appropriate. This has got no dial on it now, just a buzzer. Oh, right. A Buzzer to tell you you've gone wrong. And then with the steering wheel on it, all nicely polished up. Nice big chunky cast steering wheel. So what's the thing on the top of the machine? I assume is a light bulb, is it? So I wonder if it originally had scenery on, like the R&W one and the Orange one does as well. I'm sure it has like painted scenery on the road. Can't even get to mine at the moment to take a photograph of it. Yeah, quite a rare thing. They did a double one as well, Myers. A two-player one. I don't know on the two-player if it was just, I assume players competed against each other. I'm not sure. Or if it was just two machines in one box. I've only ever seen one of them. So we are. That's the Myers. That's going. I think Peter said that's going to Yarmouth in the extended arcade. We've got some pictures of in a bit of it in progress. But you'll be able to play that hopefully in the spring. Pell and Puppet machine. This is actually this is one of my lockups. So after some persuasion, I sold Peter the puppet machine, the bottom left there, the pink one. Up it says yes, the light bulbs are Richard edition. Oh right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so the Pink Puppets machine, Pell and Puppets. I had a slew of these for a while. I don't know why I kept buying them, but I had a few of them. I think I've now sold them all. Anyway, so after some persuasion, we dug out to the back of one of my lockups and dug out the Pink Puppet machine. Right. There you go, which had been well used. I think it took some serious money in its time. You'll see them all dancing, all the little puppets dancing over the years. And actually worn away the kind of the lino in the bottom of the cabinet. It makes you wonder how many miles they'd walked, as it were. I've gone all fuzzy. But you can see there the lino stuff, the flooring, is just completely worn through. Which is a bit amazing, isn't it? But perhaps even more amazingly, look at how worn out that lino is. Ta-da! Back in the case. I think Jim did this. I'm sure Peter will tell us. A replica of the original flooring. All done new, touched in. And back in the cabinet. So it's looking rather splendid. It's a sticky back plastic. Yep, Jim did it, yep. So that's good. There's a perfect repro. Then the curtains, look how faded they've been in the sunlight. I think it's been at the front of an arcade somewhere. All this life, all the puppets are really faded as well. So yeah, a lot of sunlight. Sunlight does a lot of damage to things. So that was the curtains, and then Peter managed to find a whole new set of puppets for it. So the same puppets, but a new set, so nice and fresh, nice and bright colours. We've got their wolves and giants and things, Pinocchio, etc. So I searched high and low and found all the correct ones to go back in it again. And then there you go, that's them all back in, curtains refreshed, new flooring. All looking like a brand new machine, really. That looks rather good. And then jazzed up the case. So you've seen that puppet show design on the side, the little shop display units you might have seen, which have usually 3 puppets in, and about yay big, 8 inches high. Some that have got half a dozen of them. A little logo thing on the back with this very colourful puppet lettering in. So yeah, just kind of jazzed it up a bit, little top flash. Looks a bit better. And there it was, back out on site again at Miniature World in Wroxham. Back entertaining the kids again. Marvellous. With I think you put new digital sandbox in it, rather than the old tapes that just wear out and sound horrible. So another one restored from the depths of the back of one of my lockups, where I was probably never going to get around to doing it. So that's good to see. I haven't seen it in the flesh myself yet. Then what else? Another one, another resto project. Plain crazy. So strange machine this. Sort of same size as a steerable machine, but a lot rarer. So you can probably see a bit better from this picture. So you put your penny in, and you'll see there's tracks, kind of a bit like all-win rail really, but on edge, and your penny rolls around the track on edge. And the same with the joystick at the front, tilt the playfield around. You can probably just about make out on there. The tracks have gaps in them on the sides of them. That's obviously your penny can fall out and be lost down the hole if you're not careful. So I've got one of these as well. I think mine is TT race theme, Isle of Man TT race theme. Motorbikes painted on it. So what they were originally, I'm not sure if anybody knows. The joystick for an aeroplane kind of makes a bit more sense in a way, I suppose. But I don't know if anybody knows what they were originally. If anybody's got another one. So I think these are probably the only two I've seen. I think I might have seen another one somewhere. Yeah, there was one. Didn't Spicer sell one? I think a year or two ago. So that's 3. I think Clive might have one or somebody like that. So there's a handful of them around. But quite a rare thing. Quite a good fun game as well. So here it is, having a new top made for it. So that horrible bit of plywood. Yes, they did. Oh, Spicers, yeah. I think Robert bought that one, if I remember rightly. So that might be, if it's not already up at Woodbank, I guess it might be in the process of getting restored to go out on site again. So yeah, here's a nice new top frame in oak. And some nice new feet for it. So the main cabinet of these machines is metal. It's all stripped down. Looks like a big tin box. And there you go, all finished. And ready to go back out on site again. Excellent. Another one for the new big arcade in the spring. So yeah, what was it? Can you remember what theme the one that Spicer's had was? Was it aeroplanes as well? I can't remember. I seem to think it didn't have the joystick on the front. It didn't have like a little, just like a little stubby handle, I think, instead of the big joystick. The joystick on yours is the same as on my one, like a big one-arm bandit handle. Interesting. So that's that one. And then what have we got here? Nice pushy shooter. Crompton's pushy shooter, all restored. I think Paul painted these up. And a nice speckly finish. Transatlantic and a cut-off handle. Transatlantic. All right. Yes, yeah, so I'm sure mine's motorbikes. Maybe they're all different. Don't know. Anyway, yes, pushy shooter. Another rebuild job. I might have told you before. I don't know if you don't know, if you're ever doing one of these, the solenoids in these, and a lot of machines actually, are made by a company called Benson's in Newmarket, which is about 6 miles from where I'm sat now. Benson's still going, been going for donkey's years. Super helpful, and they'll make you anything really. They'll make you one basically of anything. Remember years ago when I was operating, so going back 25, 30 years, Dave and I, we had a few of these machines. Always took good money, and I was sort of pillaging one to keep the other ones running. Ran out of coils, and one day I noticed on one of the coils, I think they had little sticky labels on it, it said Benson's Newmarket, and I'm thinking, Benson's Newmarket, I think I've driven past them. I think they're still going. Anyway, it was back in the days of the yellow pages, so we rummage through the yellow pages, find Benson's Newmarket. Oh, okay, give him a ring. Said to the lady, said, "Oh, I don't suppose there's any chance he might, this is what I've got, and any chance you might have a few old stock ones knocking about on the shelf or something." And so she says, "Oh, I don't know, give us, is there a number on it?" I said, "Oh yes, there's number, ABC 123 or whatever." He said, "Oh right, give us a few minutes, I'll phone you back." And I thought, I'd never hear from him again, I don't suppose. Anyway, sure enough, about 5 minutes later, he rang me back and said, "Oh hello, yes, Benson's here, yes, oh yes, we just looked through the book, yes, we know exactly what that coil is. I said, we haven't got any, but we can make you some, no problem." "Oh right, okay." I said, "Well, how many?" Because I said, "Well, I only need a few." And I expect them to say, it's quite a big thing, that there's a minimum order of 1,000 or something to set the machines up to make them. And I said, "Well, how many do you need?" "Well, 10, really." Expect them to laugh and put the phone down on me and say, "Oh, yes, no problem. They'll be done Friday." And there we are, and they're still like that today. So if you need coils for anything, Benson's Newmarket, you people. If they haven't got it, they'll make it. A lot of this electromechanical stuff, a lot of the Crompton stuff, and streets and all that kind of area of machine used Benson's back in the day. So they've got still in their books all the working drawings, exactly how big they are, what resistance they should be, what size the cores are, and everything. So there you go. Use them before they go. Ollie says, "Evening all, very late to the show." Well, you have to start at the beginning, isn't it? We've done yours already, Ollie. But they were very impressed by your gap win, unsurprisingly. So yes, if you scroll back up the comments, you'll see some good compliments, I'm sure. Peter says, "Yeah, Reed Benson's, yeah, truly first class. Brand new, made to old spec and delivered in 5 days." Yeah, it's incredible, really. Can't praise them enough. Again, it's one of these companies that I just, anybody I speak to who's got these kind of era machines, always tell them that they're still there, use them, because like a lot of these companies that are still going, they're getting few and far between. If you don't use them, they disappear, and then we've all lost them, haven't they? So use them. Evening Paul, evening all. I'm watching quietly in the background. Well, don't be too quiet. have a drink, join in, have a chat. Anyway, yes, so where were we? The pushy shooter. The new pushy shooter. Now, why was it new? Was there another one that was just the pushy shooter? I can't remember. Let me have a look. Or were they all the new? Is that new because it was electromechanical, not just mechanical? Where am I looking at? Crompton shooters. The new pushy shooter. Just found one called the new penny shooter. That's interesting. The cat's in it. Curious. The new pushy shooter, the new penny shooter, so is it just pushy shooter? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, I think that was what distinguished it. There we go. And also duck shoot. Again, a rebuild, repaint by Paul, and a speckly finish. And ready to go. Good machines, these. The same when I was operating, when I had Botany Bay and whatnot. We had a few of these. Always took money. Great little machines. So there you go. So that was that one. Another resto project and another resto project. The twins. They were sold this back in the summer, if you remember. This is X from Hunstanton, from Thomas's Arcade. A machine that just about every penny arcade collector in the country had tried to buy for donkey's years and had a sign on it. It's not for sale. I think it had quite a rude sign on it at the end. It's not for sale because they got so fed up of everybody trying to buy it. But it sat in their arcade basically until they closed. Went into the store, and then obviously when we pulled all the stuff out of the store to sell over the several auctions that we sold it all over, finally it came. Like I said, I did watch the bit quickly. Thanks for the nice comments. I will definitely bring the Gatwin to the open day next year. Excellent. Well, we will all look forward to seeing that, I'm sure. It says, be warned, they take a lot of work. Paint and works. Oh, the duck shooters, yeah. Shooters, etc. Yes, so the twins, ex Hunstanton. So yeah, it sat in store, I think it came off, I don't know, 10 years ago it probably been stored. Did it have a date on it? I can't remember. I think it had a pat test date on it. Pete might remember when it was, or did I make a note on the sale description? I might have done. Let's have a look when we sold it. There's twins. Yeah. So yeah, so just looking up the description. So it was a very rare machine, pretty much original condition, as bought from new in 1956. So yeah, so Thomas has had it brand new. It was converted from old penny to 10p, remaining in popular use in the Showboat Arcade in Hunstanton until 2004. And I put there in brackets, was famously never for sale at any price, despite the best offers of many a collector who tried over the years, including me, I hasten to add, and including Peter, and including lots of us who tried to buy it. So this is the improved version of the Walton's original 30s machine, which used real liquid in the bottles. It was a nightmare to keep operating, whereas this one has a solid wooden blocks to give the illusion of milk in the bottles. I think there's a close-up of that. So there we are. It was still operating on penny. All they've done is just put a smaller coin slot on it. There you go. So that's how it was. So it was all original, one only from new. but needed a bit of TLC. So there's some few snaps of in Peter's workshop being sorted out. Door will be glued back together again. And oops. What's in here? So I think a sort of tiny little splice in the bottom of the case was a little bit woodwormy on the bottom edge. A little bit loose, a little bit woodwormy. A very careful restoration. Just splicing a tiny little bit. They see where it just rotted away. And splice a little bit of oak in. David said he's never seen a Tower Bridge. Evening, David. I think you sound like you might be about an hour behind the live stream. If you look underneath the video, and about here somewhere, underneath somewhere in the description, there's a little thing that says live with a little dot next to it. It should be red. If you click on live, it should bring you to the live point in the live stream. Because if you joined it late, you might be about an hour behind by the sounds of things. But and over the time on long streams, you know, internet delays, it backlogs a little bit. So if you click on live, it will bring you bang up to date. And of course, when we're finished, you can always go back to the start and watch from the start. But if you're wondering why anybody who's watching the chat seems to be out of sync with what we're seeing on the screen, just check your live is lit up red underneath the video, wherever it is down here somewhere. Peter says you can never have enough clamps. No, can't have too many glue and clamps. So there we are, like tiny little bits of oak just spliced in the bottom corners there. Some new little feet on the cabinet. Ollie says I second that, yeah. I'm just in the process of clearing out Dad's workshop down the bottom of the garden there. And there's so many tools, ridiculous. I've got all my own tools, of course, and there's all these tools in there that I'm just going to have to get rid of, sell. But yeah, one of the things I'll keep will be lots of clamps. Because as you say, you can never have too many. And expensive things to buy as well. So yeah, there's a good close-up of the bottle. You can just about see the block of wood inside the bottle. So they're like real baby's bottles. The bottom's cut off them. And wooden blocks that slide up and down to give the illusion of milk. Very clever. Super, super reliable. My one, so I had one of these, exact same model, which I swapped with Watermouth Castle, funnily enough. For their one that has the liquid, the earlier 30s one with the liquid in the bottles, which is super unreliable. But as a collector, earlier and better and more interesting, as it were. So I swapped one of these with them, which I think is still there. No, I think it went up to Spicer, didn't it? I think they put it in the auction. Don't think it sold. Anyway. But yeah, just a lot more reliable design, really. There's a back, new little bit of artwork. Do you think we found, did we copy that from a photograph of mine, Peter, I think? Or did I manage to find you in the end to copy? I think we did. Another bit of Jim's handiwork to get that right. Paul says he's got enough clamps. That's all right then. And there we go, all finished. And again, another one waiting to go. In the spring, back to Merivale. Is this one going, I guess? And I think it would do well. Mine always took loads of money. It was a really good operating thing and super reliable. Just something about it. It's just one of those things that just took money. Yeah, new back cloth. Oh yeah, it had mirror tiles on the back, didn't it? I remember. They'd lost its cloth. It's some mirror tiles. So new back cloth. Jim's handiwork. From my picture in the book. Yeah. There we are. As close as we could get it. Pretty good restoration. And I showed the picture. I sent the picture when Peter finished it down to Thomas's, so the family could see it, and they were super pleased to see it all restored again, and know it's going back out on site in Norfolk. So yeah, it come new from Walton's to Hunstanton. So the only time it had been out of Norfolk in its life was briefly to me, well, in store when we cleared Thomas's stores when they sold up all the properties, and then to the auction, and it's back in Norfolk again, going back on site again. So there you go. Quite a unique little story to it as well, which is nice. And of course, Peter also did the bimbo box, which again was from Thomas's. And again, back out on site in Norfolk. So there you go. Right, what have we got here? Oh, picture of Shirley. Shirley Williamson. I didn't get around to rounding up. I need a few more. I have to work harder on the photo competition next time. We'll save them for another time. Because some of me somewhere as a kid as well I need to dig out. I'll persuade a few more people to find some as well. Anyway, we'll chase people up more to do some more. Yes, so here is Merivale, all ripped to bits. And in the process of being rebuilt. So that sort of was arcade and toy shop and gift shop and whatnot. Dismantled and in the process of being rebuilt. And just here and there you get a glimpse of the original building. There's one here somewhere. Is it the next picture? Somewhere here. I'm getting bigger on my screen so I can see what I'm looking at. No, not that one. Oh yeah, there in the corner you can kind of see those original fancy shaped pillars and things. So if you look back, I haven't got any, I didn't have time to dig them out, but if you look back on old postcards of the gardens at Yarmouth on the front there, these original pillars and the kind of arch tops were little, like little kiosky things, weren't they? People will tell us. From way back in the day, which had gradually got kind of built into the buildings when Merivale, when the model village was built. So they predate the model village. And the tea rooms there as well, if you've been to Merivale, in the domed tea room, the dome on the top. Again, original, one of the kind of the original little seafront buildings. Quite an important piece of architecture, really. So it still survived there underneath all the later alterations and things. That's quite interesting to see. So I don't know, some of this, I think some is, it said some is going to be visible and some is going to be clad back in again. Obviously it can't, it has to stay there because it's, I'm guessing it's listed, but, so I'm not sure which bits we'll see and which bits we won't. A rain shot was from 1903, there you go. So 120 years old, amazing. But yeah, if you look on postcards, you'll see them. So it's quite fun. Bit of work in progress. Oh, there's a line from Peter's store, machine waiting to go back into Merivale. We've got the animals. Oh, we've got the fabulous little invasion machine there. I had a video clip of that before, didn't we? We showed that a few weeks ago. Great machine. The twins, the plane crazy machine, mutoscope, one of Paul's walk the plank pusher. What's next in the line? Can't quite see a crane, I think. So all ready, waiting to go, ready for the spring. Good stuff. Oh, back to square one again. There's a video here somewhere. I think it's just a little video clip of of what's going on at Merivale at the minute, all in bits, being put back together again. About half a minute long. Just have a quick look at that. There you go. So some of the little sneak there, the retro video arcade. I'm sure Peter will fill us in with some details in a minute, but there's going to be so the penny arcade's been extended. Hence Peter's been busy buying up machines and restoring them. And then there's going to be a kind of 80s retro video arcade with your Space Invaders and Pac-Man and Galaxian and all that kind of stuff in, which you just sort of see peeking in there. I'm trying another quick look. Should we? Oops. Wait a minute, I lost it. Where's it gone? There it is. What have you got there? Sega Hang On, and I can't see what the other machines are. And then the modern arcade bit as well, so there'll be effectively 3 arcades. You have one helping arcade to the retro bit to the modern bit. Arcades through time, which is quite an interesting idea. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I think we've got penciled in, Peter will correct me I'm sure, for the 4th of February, hopefully, if all the work's finished and all put back together again, to have a very special open day, just for us lot, just for collectors, which will be, I think in theory, hopefully, if everything falls into place, a week before the official press launch, which is a week before it officially opens, so we get very, very special access to it. So pencil that in, 4th of February. Hopefully it'll all be finished. Hopefully the weather will be kind to us. And we can all have a jolly to Yarmouth and have a look. Peter says all the space to the left is going to be the old penny arcade, and the shop moved to the right. Modern arcade cut in half for the retro arcade. All right, so yeah, so the modern arcade is getting smaller, which is a good thing because we don't like modern stuff, do we? Then you've got the retro arcade and the bigger penny arcade. So it's kind of, any of you might remember, maybe, who are old enough, when I operated the big penny arcade up at Botany Bay. David and I did that, we did. So we had the big penny arcade at one end of the top floor. And the other end, we built like a big, it's supposed to look like a flying saucer. They kind of crashed into the side of the building. And did a retro video arcade there with Space Invaders and the like. Bit of ahead of our time, really. Didn't really take off, didn't do terribly well, to be honest. Bearing in mind, this is now, what, 25 years ago or something. And although the machines were kind of collectible, they weren't kind of retro enough, really. And yeah, so it just kind of didn't really work. But I think now it'll work, and I think it'll work very well. So it'll be interesting to see how it does. There's 2 or 3 around the country. There's a big one I've never even heard of. I found a video of. I meant to copy a link of it a few weeks ago. That was sort of put together in lockdown, I think. A big retro video arcade that I've never heard of. So, it's not particularly my thing. It's very interesting. Some of the early games are really interesting. So, yeah, it says fingers crossed for the 4th. The carpet in the penny arcade is being laid the 2nd week in January. Okay, a bit tight then, isn't it? Carpet down, gives you a week or 2 to get the stuff in. Yeah, you should be able to do it just about. All hands on deck, won't it? We might be volunteering. You know where I am if you need me. I don't mind coming up for a day or 2. Give me a shout. And it'll be good to see, won't it? Nice new big arcade. Excellent. Right, where did we get to? Let's have a look. Should we have another little vintage film? What have I got down here? Why have I got Gnome Maker? Oh, I remember why. Hang on a minute, I've got to find it again. It was one of Insol, wasn't it, who did the figures, famous, then Insol for doing the laughing sailor figures, amongst other vent dolls mainly was his thing. But what have I done with the video? Ha ha ha! Lost it. It's here somewhere. Why can't I find it? That's annoying, isn't it? There we go. Found it. 1961. Right. Okay. Let me find my headphones again. Good little film, this. It reminded me when I saw what Peter had done with the puppet machine, the Pelham puppets. I thought, oh yeah, that was a great little film, wasn't it? We'll have a watch of this again. Right, here we go then. So this is 1961. Great little film.
We don't believe half the things we see these days. We've become blasé. Yet a little make-believe never hurt anyone. For proof, let's meet a man who lives in a fairy tale world of the little people and woodland folk, and looks very well on it too. 78-year-old John Insull, uncrowned king of probably only 4 super craftsmen of this type in the world. John Insull not only makes his little people, but the sets and every working part of the intricate mechanism. In fact, the lot. That clay head we saw was merely the first stage. From that, a mold was created and the gnome's head made again from papier-mâché. After baking, the various sections are joined together, as you can see, and the accessories added. During the 19 years that Mr. Insull has been at this fascinating workshop, tucked away in a leading Croydon store, his reputation has become worldwide. But success seems to come naturally to John. He made an international name for himself many years ago as Hinsel the Comedy Conjurer. It was the advent of the talkies which set him, in his 40s, on a new and even more distinguished career. John attributes much of his skill to his days as an illusionist, when he had to make all his own props. But while skill can be acquired, the almost human quality he imparts is something that cannot be learned. It has to be felt. Hey, wake up at the back. Not surprisingly, some of John's best craftsmanship has produced individual masterpieces, such as ventriloquist's dummies. The original Archie Andrews, for example. But for most of us, it's the little people who symbolize the charming talent of John Insull. With some of us...
Oh, isn't that fab? I'll watch one again. It says, please slide by that display. Yeah, I wonder what happened to it. It just rotted away at the back of some shop somewhere, sadly.
Half the things we see these days, we've become blasé. Yet a little make-believe never hurt anyone. For proof, let's meet a man who lives in a fairy tale world of the little people and woodland folk, and looks very well on it too. 78-year-old John Insull, uncrowned king of probably only 4 super craftsmen of this type in the world. John Insull not only makes his little people, but the sets and every working part of the intricate mechanism. In fact, the lot. That clay head we saw was merely the first stage. From that, a mold was created and the gnome's head made again from papier-mâché. After baking, the various sections are joined together, as you can see, and the accessories added. During the 19 years that Mr. Insull has been at this fascinating workshop, tucked away in a leading Croydon store, his reputation has become worldwide. But success seems to come naturally to John. He made an international name for himself many years ago as Hinsel the Comedy Conjurer. It was the advent of the talkies which set him in his 40s on a new and even more distinguished career.
Surprisingly well.
John attributes much of his skill to his days as an illusionist, when he had to make all his own props. But while skill can be acquired, the almost human quality he imparts is something that cannot be learned.
I think it's the greatest one falling asleep.
Hey, wake up at the back. Not surprisingly, some of John's best craftsmanship has produced
clever,
individual
isn't it?
masterpieces, such as ventriloquist's dummies. The original Archie Andrews, for example. But for most of us, it's the little people who symbolize the charming talent of John Insall. With some of us...
Isn't that great? So yeah, I wonder what happened to it. I'd love to buy that. Who knows where it went? It's probably in Robert's storage unit, I should think. Yeah. Right. I've got quite a few of those sort of shop display figures. One of these days I'll get them out. Bought a couple of interesting things this year, but so I didn't get round to sorting my own photographs out because of the computer issues this afternoon. Deciding to not work properly and not want to edit pictures. But I'll have to do them another time. I'm looking for the next set of pictures. Let me just take them off a minute. Next set of pictures. Oh, how far did I get down? That's on my little list. Rob Lewis we're looking for. Rob Lewis. What did he send me? Bear with me. Let me click that, click this, click that. Oh, my stream's been temporarily blocked. That's not good, is it? Hang on a minute. That's not good. I'll refresh this. Oops, hang on. Ah, well, that's not good. Let's just refresh that. Right, hopefully we're back. Sorry about that. I think we're back. Perhaps let me know if we work again. Type something in the comments. Give us a thumbs up under the video or something if we're back again. Hopefully it is working again. The Pathé ones are usually all right. That's what I said earlier on about having issues sometime with copyright things for showing these nice little clips. The Pathé ones are usually okay though. They've got a kind of a clearance thing on them, so I don't know why that blocked that one out. YouTube being a bit overly keen, I think. So let's just give it a minute or two, see if we're back. Let me have a look on my let's just have a look on the main YouTube page and see if it looks like we're working. Let's see if I do that there. Looks like we're going okay. Let's see. Somebody say something. Somebody let me know it's working. Let's just go here. See what the main channel page says. It says it's live. Click on it. Says it's live. Looks live then. Well, I have to assume it's working. Hopefully, in a minute, somebody will type something. Let's put in here. One, let me know if it's still working. Ah, thanks, Rob. Mine's still working okay. That's okay then. Hopefully we're back on again. Sorry about that. As I say, that's sometimes the problem with these clips. I don't know why, because the pathy ones are all usually fine. Maybe it's because I've shown 3 or 4 of them tonight instead of just the one. That might be it. I was going to show another one a bit later on, but perhaps I won't. So I found another really good clip, a 70s clip of good collection. There's some working models on it, some cast iron stuff. But again, that was one that was 4 or 5 minutes. There's quite a longish clip. And they're the ones that usually seem to click off the copyright thing. So we'll perhaps do that one next weekend. I'll do it right at the end of the stream. Then if it knocks it off, it knocks it off. But if it keeps it going, well, great. So hold on for that one for next week. Peter says, had to go back and use the original link in the email, but I'm back. Paul says, all back. Excellent. Well, hopefully everybody's figured out then to refresh and we're back at it. Right, where did we get to? Rob, we've done the Peters, we're on to the Robs now. Rob Lewis, Rob Rowland. He was here because he just said he's working. That's good. Right, that's fine. What did Rob Lewis send me? Let's have a look over here. Oh, yeah, they're quite cute. Right. A little restoration project. This is one of the like the charity money box things. Very collectible now. I bought one this year. I've got an elephant, a pink elephant one, which you might remember from back in the elephant house days. It used to sit there on the table. And this year I bought a Humpty Dumpty one. I think I've got another one somewhere as well. And one of our regulars collects them as well. She's got quite a collection of them. I'm trying to think of the lady's name. It'll come to me in a minute. Liz somebody or other. Bad with names tonight. But this is a nice one. Tom and Jerry one. I haven't got this one. So as you say, he's a bit of a state with a broken ear. Had a bit of a hard life, I think. But now Rob's fixed them all up. Fixed his ear. Nice fresh coat of paint. Oh dear, excuse me. And there you go. A nice freshly done Tom and Jerry collecting box. Good fun things, those. We've had a few over the years. Different ones. I think somewhere there might be even a section of them. I think they're under miscellaneous on the website. See if I can find them quickly. Are they miscellaneous, are they? I think. Let's have a quick flick through, see if we can find them. Miscellaneous, other collecting boxes. Yeah, there's a few different ones I've had. So Basil Brush, he was good, wasn't he? R&IB, that one. Basil. A teddy bear. Who was the teddy bear one from? Don't know. So dogs and cats. PDSA is that? Noddy. Quite a good one. Noddy and the RSPCA, the cats with the milk bottles. Yeah. Good fun, so we have a few. So I've got an elephant one and a Humpty Dumpty one I bought this year. I think I've got another one somewhere. Can't think what it is. But, they're quite good fun. Anyone who's got any different ones, send us a picture. See what you've got. It's always good to see. Right, that's Rob Lewis. Why isn't it working? That's very weird. Ah, now I think we might be back again. Goodness me, I don't know what's going on here. I'm on the wrong person. I want to go back to here. Okay. Let me just pause that for a little minute and let's see. I'll be back. Oh, there's only 2 people now. That's very annoying. Let's give it a second or two, see if people are coming back again. Right. I'm back. Is anyone else? I'll put on here. Peter says it's back now. Great. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. The thing just died without me noticing. The joys of trying to do internet on New Year's Eve when everybody's busy frantically sending emails and texts and stuff to everybody all over the world. So, unsurprisingly, connection had died, is it? I just want to change this to that setting there so it looks a bit better. Right. The numbers are going back up again. Let's just have a mouthful of drink. And hopefully people have figured out and got it up and running again. Oh, I was hoping Robert's going to come back on again because we're looking at his stuff now. So I'm not sure where I got to. So this is a new machine Robert Rowland's just got. So let's see if it will carry on working this time. So he said, "Hi Stephen all, my latest electromechanical machine arrived on Christmas Eve. Find the lady. Maker unknown, probably early 1960s. Says, I've never seen another one of these before. You insert an old penny in the slot, the cards shuffle, that's to say the lights flash. You then have to find the lady by pressing buttons 1, 2 or 3 just above the payout cup. If successful and the queen lights up, you win 2 coins. If you try to cheat and press all 3 buttons at once, the word don't cheat appears in the white strip just below the find the lady top flash. Something different, some pictures and a short video." Rob, so there you go. So hopefully people are back. Excellent. I think there's a few people back again. So find the lady. So that's obviously the front. Here's the insides. Again, we don't know who made this one. If anyone's got any ideas, we tend to sort of default to, well, it's probably Jameson, but it probably isn't. But that kind of era, isn't it, of machine? And there's its gubbins. And then there's a couple of little videos of it running. I think one shows the don't cheat thing, which is quite amusing, and then the other one, I think he's got a win on it. So let's just play these little videos. There we go. See if this will work without killing it again. Oh, that's not right, because I clicked on the wrong video. Hang on a minute. Don't want that video. The thing's scrolled up too far. We want this video.
No. There. Here's the don't cheat.
Why have I gone to such a silly size as well? Let me, it's all gone horribly wrong, isn't it? There we go. Let me just change that a little bit like that. Okay, that's better. This is what happens when it all goes horribly wrong. Right, let me just hang on a minute. I need to just do this, do that, copy that.
Hopefully
right,
we can get a winner.
Let me just replay that to there. Put me in there, turn that one off. That's better. I'm going to do this all the videos now. Sorry about that. This is what happens when things reset. It all goes a bit wrong. Right, so this little clip shows a winner, I think.
Winner. Yay!
There you go. A winner. Whoopie-doo. All right. There we go. So if anybody knows who made that, do let us know, because we want to know. Right, another new machine now I've not seen before, I think. Now let me get the next batch of photographs up. Everybody's still there? Stream's still working? Looks like it is, doesn't it? Right, okay, it's just I've gone a bit of a funny shape. So if I just do this, do that, and paste me back in here, turn that version of me off. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? That will do. It's getting late, it's near enough. All right. So, who sent these in? Hang on a minute. So, Stephen Wormall sent these ones in. Right, interesting bit of story here. He says, "Hi Steve, Happy New Year. Just a few photographs of some machines. Also the mag/auction catalogue I still have from the year 2000. Gosh, 23 years ago. When I came to Huntington Racecourse with my hard-earned cash, having waited patiently all year to finally have the opportunity to purchase one. As you can see, I am still the proud owner of lot 112, which is this nice Allwyn. He says, wondered if you knew Mr. Dave Wright, the previous owner. Would be interested to know a bit about him. It's amazing to see some of the prices the machines went for in relation to the prices today. Hope this is of some use to you. Lastly, it would be great to hear about your story, as I feel your knowledge must be second to none when it comes to vintage machines." Well, I don't know about that, but thank you very much for the compliment. Yes, my story. Gosh, that would take another whole night to go through all that. Some other time, maybe. One of these times. But yes, Dave Wright. So this, I think that must have been the auction. We sold Dave's collection off. Dave Wright, no longer with us, sadly. But he had a travelling penny arcade. He was from North London. North East London. Had some nice machines, lots of Allwyns. And to go around doing local, fetes and fairs and that kind of thing around about the area. One of the kind of the earlier people to do it, really. So bearing in mind we sold all this stuff off in 2000 and had been doing it for quite a few years before then. And yeah, it has some nice stuff. He was a nice old chap. Bought and sold quite a lot with him over the years. But yeah, I think that was when he retired from travelling because he was getting on a bit. And I can't remember how many we sold now without going for that auction catalogue, but quite a few. So yeah, looking back now, some really nice stuff. A few pictures. I don't know if these will show up well on the screen here, but Stephen sent some pages out of their auction catalogue with the prices he wrote in. You probably can't see them on there, I should think. I'll quickly go through them. Got flip or drop wall machine, £80. Horton's Allwyn, £460. The W-Win Allwyn, £320. A rare Storm electric Allwyn, £280, I think that is. Wonders bonus win Allwyn, £400. Super Challenger, £100. 9-hole golf wall machine, £300. Another Super Challenger, £150. Baromat, the Baromat with the bells on, the Baromat, not the Baromat B, is it? The Baromat whatever, £360. Selector Cup Allwyn, £360. Nice Allwyn Deluxe with fancy brass spandrels, £400, I think that is. Another Super Challenger, £110. But I can't remember if all this lot was Dave's stuff, it probably was. Another Baromat with the bells on, £340. An Oracle, Bollins Oracle, £850. Brian's Clock, £240. What else have we got? This page, let me get the right page up. I think it's that one, isn't it? Yeah. Unusual 1930s German wall machine coin drop type, like an early version of a Challenger type, Cascade type thing, £200. A Brian's Pilwin, £540. Wonders Win and Place, £400. A Davy Jones Locker wall mounted pusher, £280. Seems very cheap now, doesn't it? Another Brian's Clock, £280. Giant Wonders Honest Joe 24 cup Allwyn, 480. Smithy wall machine, 440. A Primus, 150. A little fortune telling, the little charity box will look like a mantle clock one, 220. A rare Glamour Girl fortune teller machine. Haven't seen one of those for a while. They're nice, those. 300. What we got? Some bits and bobs. Win an all-win, a 321 all-win. Re-chromed, old penny, 280. Winner Smarties, 480. Enamel sign, Hudson soap, semi-pictorial enamel sign, 80 quid. Goodness me, that was cheap. Trying pedals car, 50 quid. A many happy returns all-win, 440. What else have we got? Interesting, isn't it? Another Brian's clock, restored and re-chromed, 300. A restored BM Co Digger all-win, 400. Oak case ticket machine. Oh, he's got a price on that one. Seaberg, Bradley Challenger. A 66 Bandit, 300. An Arizona wall mounted, you know, Gunter Wolf, 50 quid. A Primus, 100 quid. Oliver Wales jackpot all-win, 340. Ollie Wales W all-win, 280. A Trio Mat, 80 quid. A Bollins horoscope fortune teller wall machine, £500. I think I might have bought that one. Looks familiar. I think I might have bought that. A Mills Bandit, looks like a Furman front one, 400. Poinsettia type thing. Is that the last of these lot, I think? A big 24 cup all win, or no price on that one, peerless. An easy perm all win, 360. A shoot all win, 380. A circle skill, 520. A Brian's 11s, castle top case, 580. Nostalgic punch and Judy, 180. Brian's bullion, 360. Winner Spangles, 340. Beer Sport, Rough and Walker, Cadbury chocolate vending, 500. And on one more page of these. Keeping an eye on my time, it's nearly midnight, isn't it? We'll have a look at the fireworks in a minute. Electric shock machine all-win. Looks like 1100 on that one. What's my line all-win? 380. Very rare early fortune teller, astrology and science, 950. I remember that one. A little Mickey automatic payout all-win, 260. An all-win, don't know what it was. It says all-win, all pennies, no picture of that one, 140. All-win 9 cup all-win, 280. Winner Sig all-win, 280. Seagull light up 210. Mills light up Bandit plus a stand for 80 quid. Got £80 for the stand now. What's my line all win? 380. There you go. And a machine, what's this one? Sea Hunt, kind of treasure chest. Anybody seen one of these? Who made this one? Flashy light type machine. Don't think I've got this one listed. Nice condition. Wall machines, flashy light wall machines. Let's have a look. We got this one or anything like it? No. Let's see if I can see one in a similar kind of case. Anybody know who made this one then? There is another one very similar I've just found called Penny Flash. I'll show you that in a tick. Yeah, so Sea Hunt. Don't know who made that one. Anybody got any idea? But we have got. Where's my old thingamajiggle? Over here. Oh, now what's going on? What's going on here? Good grief. Something's funny happening. What I need to do, I need to paste me in there, don't I, and get rid of that one. Oh dear me. No, turn the wrong one off, turn that one on. Turn that one on. Oh dear. Sorry about that, folks. All the video went funny. Yeah, penny flash look. Clearly by the same maker. But again, I don't know who. If anybody knows who made those, we now have two machines. I don't think there's anything similar in that same kind of. So it's a slopey front case, quite a distinctive little coin slot, and a little light at the top. Interestingly. No. Nothing else quite like that one. Don't know then. Where were we? We're here, weren't we? There we are. Sea hunt, kind of treasure chest theme. Pulls all these years and still machines pop up that I've never seen before. Yeah, again, I was saying to who did I sent email to somebody earlier on that yeah, again tonight there's a few more machines again that I've not seen before. Of all the thousands that have been from my hands over the years, and you know, again, electromechanical thing. It's electromechanical, and Paul hasn't seen it, and Rob Rowland hasn't seen it. But it's pretty rare, isn't it? Let's face it. So looks to be in good condition as well. So that's another new one for the list. Better make a note, so remember to put it on the website. And then the other thing, Steven sent us was Space Firebird tabletop, which is what maker is that? It's Nintendo. Again, as I was saying earlier on, this kind of retro video stuff is coming into its own really now, isn't it? So it'll be interesting to see what happens up at Yarmouth. Hopefully it will do well. Right, what else have we got to look at? Film. Yeah, I'll show a little film in a minute, I think, because I'm conscious of the time. We'll stop at midnight and see the new year in with the fireworks, which will probably kill the live stream again because of copyright things, but whatever. If it does, it does. I think it's just crashed a few times. A few people have given up and gone to bed anyway. But those of us who are still here, we will see in the new year, as we intended to do. So let me have a look at what Wayne sent us in, which I think is a little video. This is quite amusing. Let me just find my headphones again. So this is Wayne Thackeray sent us this one. Let me just turn me off again and repaste me in a different place like that. There we go. So this is a kind of a oops, there we go. Now I don't know if I did ask Wayne earlier on if he hasn't got back to me. I don't know if he made this himself or somebody else has made it, but it's quite good fun. Here we go. The music on this will probably kill the we'll get our copyright thing in a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me just turn down the music. Or that will definitely have a copyright thing out, won't it? Again, which is a bit annoying. But we've caught it in time. So look to one of those is it JH animations, little shop figures, the photographer man. Cased up, coin operated. Smile, was he called? Billy Funny Face. Then press your button. I think it's male or female. And you get a card of your funny photograph. Isn't that cool? So I don't know who made that, but they made a pretty good job of it. Yeah. Just go back to here for a minute. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Right, so where are we up to? We're nearly on midnight. We'll, I think it's all goes probably wrong, isn't it, the past half hour or so? I think we've just about got through. Have I got through everything everybody sent me? I think I have just about. Let me just double check down here. Yes, I've got one more little vintage film I was going to show. I'll leave that till the end because if it cuts the stream off again, then everybody will give up, won't it? So we'll, as it's an auction, film of an auction in the 50s, I think it is. There's some fairground stuff in. It's quite good. We'll save that to play out with because it's quite appropriate. So let's just have a quick recap, and then we'll watch the fireworks, raise a glass, and all that jazz. Oops. Hang on a minute, I'll just adjust this over here. And then we'll call that a night, I think, won't we, as it's going horribly wrong. So I was just going to, let's scroll through some pictures while we just take up a few minutes. Let's go back to the start. For those who joined in late. Here we go, we'll run through some pictures. Oh, well, I've gone all funny again. Move back over here like that. Oh dear, I don't know what's going on now. Let's get rid of me altogether. There we are, that's better. Begin again. Excellent. I don't know, there somewhere, whatever. Right, so who sent these? Quick thanks. So Ollie Hurlston, thank you very much, sent these pictures through of trip to Southend Pier. And the penny arcade there was closed, but managed to persuade them to open up so we could have a quick look in and see what was there. So it was a nice sunny day. So a few machines there at Southend. I haven't been there for years, but just oops, there we go. Shows you what's down there. Some quite nice Allwinds actually. Nice 2 Tower Bridge, carousel Allwind, etc. A few bits and bobs. Most of these, I think most of these are on loan. Look at the scope. So they're quite nice. There we go. Some nice little notices about telling what the machines are as well. So if you're in Southend, check that out this year. And then this is Ollie's project. It's been busy building from scratch Brian's Gapwin, unbelievably. So that's pretty impressive. So, and he said once it's all finished, it was just about finished mechanically, I think, when he's painting up and varnishing and whatnot, and he'll bring it along to one of the meetups sometime in the year. So that'll be really good to see, I think, won't it? Cracking job. All those different bits all made, all copied exactly. That's quite an impressive project. One of the most difficult almost to build, I should think. They're so precise, those balances on those little seesaw bits. As anyone who's ever had one will know. So that is really quite impressive. So thank you very much to Oliver sending those in. I think there's one more, I think. There you go. And then this batch Paul Mitchell sent in. It says 40 years since I was in Southend at the airport. Yeah, it's a long time since I've been at Southend. So Paul's managed to buy the flip it on / Goldie machine. Let me just paste me in again. That one off. It's all going horribly wrong tonight. Dear me, there you go. Goldie machine, Walkmouth Castle. Another pusher, of course, Moonraker. But more importantly, the big Rollite Moonraker machine, which had to be taken to bits to get out of the building and put back together again. You'll see it just fits in Paul's games room there. So we'll all look forward to seeing that his next open day. The cake there with it on even. Excellent. Come with some Moomins. I think Paul's kept one. I think one's gone up with Pete Williamson to live in his arcade. It is off to Yarmouth. Picture of it all being put back together again. Create a service, etc. That's good. Click through them. Pete Barson, there we are. He's working, finishing off another model. Hopefully we'll have that for sale later this year. Oops. There we go. Peter C. sent us a bingo machine. Pinball Getaway he's been working on at the moment. And what else? Games from there. 3 different versions of the Monte Carlo. It's quite interesting. See 3 different versions of the same machine. And the Toto machine now all working properly like it should do. A little bit of video of that. Excellent. Nattress. What did he send us pictures of? Cyclone. Another machine restored. James Victoria. Rather nice when it's finished. And the Jet Set machine decorated up for Christmas. Excellent. Oops, get me right again. There we go. Pete Williamson, been busy this year restoring and rebuilding Merivale Arcade. Puppet machine, which used to be mine. Dug out from the back of my lockup and now all resplendent with new puppets, new graphics, new sound, basically completely rebuilt, back on site. Plain Crazy, all done, ready to go. Just keeping an eye on for the fireworks. Midnight, a couple of shooters done, ready to go. Pushy shooter, duck shooter. The twins that we sold earlier in the year. Again, all been fully rebuilt, fully restored. Ready to go. Way up, I think the fireworks are about to go. Let's go back over here. All right then. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this work. Have we got any sound coming out or not? Let's see. Yes, we have. So the stream will probably disappear. Because of copyright, but whatever. If we do disappear, then I wish you all a very happy new year. And we'll catch up with you next year. Can I make this bigger? Probably can. Hey. There we go, make it a bit bigger. Oops. And get rid of B. There you go. jiggling about trying to get it to fit the screen properly. There you go, that's better. Well, there you go. Where have I gone? Here I am. Turn that noise off. Excellent. So, yes. Cheers, everyone. Happy New Year, etc., etc. So, is anybody still watching? Oh, there's still a few, surprisingly. Right, so I've got one more little video which we found, a little film earlier in the year, which I thought was really interesting, which we'll play out with. Wish you all a very happy New Year. Just a reminder that for the next auction, 28th of January, entries close 2 weeks' time, on the 14th. So get your thinking caps on, get your stuff over to me, and yeah, we'll run this little film and then we can all go to bed. Excellent. All right, hang on a minute, here we go. I think it's this one here. See if this kills the stream.
At Goodies Yard, Twyford in Berkshire, a very odd sale is in progress. Almost every means of transport anyone has thought of for the past couple of 100 years. You want a traction engine? Or perhaps a horse brake? All going cheap. Mr. Goody has the lot. In fact, over 600 lots. This roundabout went for £150, but meanwhile, the rides are free. £52.10 for this one. Silverstone, here we come. It's hard to tell whether the buyers are farmers, engineers, film studio property men, museum curators or musicians. For there's something for all of them here. The army ordered these sleighs in 1940. Now they're flogged for a couple of quid. This lot fetches £70. It will work in an Irish quarry. And this handsome cab is being used in the shooting of Marilyn Monroe's film, The Sleeping Prince. You can buy anything from a vintage car to an anchor, always useful in heavy traffic. You prefer a bike? Sold to the gentleman in the cap for £8.10.
Oh, so there you go. Right, I think we'll call that it, shall we? Oh dear, it's been blocked off again anyway. Right, I'm giving up tonight, so